Dear friends, and welcome to a new episode of our program مدرسة على الهوا. أعزائي الطلاب, today we're going to deal with Unit 16. In this unit we're going to deal with many things. The first thing we're going to deal with is the difference between hard and hardly, and we're going to deal with some connectors of addition, connectors of purpose, and we're going to deal with some verbs, the verbs that are followed by to plus infinitive, and the other verbs that are followed by to plus verb ing. Let's start. The first thing we are going to deal with is connectors of purpose. And the first thing we are going to deal with, the first connector we are going to deal with is to. So we have to. It's one of the connectors of purpose. We have in order to, and we have so as to. So as to. Dear friends, all of these connectors are usually followed by infinitive. All of these connectors are followed by infinitive. And we use all of these connectors to or for purpose. We use it for purpose. So, for example, if I say, the man or the student went to the library. He went to the library to borrow books. To borrow books. So, the purpose here is borrowing books. Okay, if I want to use in order to or so as to instead of to, we're going to put the same verb, the verb in the infinitive. So let's practice. Let's write this sentence. The student went to the library to borrow books. And in this sentence we are requested to use in order to. In order to. Dear friends, as we have just explained, we use to in order to or so as to followed by infinitive. And all of these are usually followed by, yes, infinitive, and we use it or we use them to or for purpose. We use all of these connectors for purpose. So, or that's why they are called the connectors of purpose. Okay, so how can we answer this sentence? How can we use in order to or so as to instead of to? Let's see. We're going to say the student went to the library so as to or in order to borrow books. So as you see here, after so as to and in order to, we have infinitive. We have infinitive. And these connectors are called connectors of purpose. Okay. Now, dear friends, we're going to shift to some different connectors. Connectors of addition. And in this unit, Unit 16, we are going to deal with not only but also. How can we use not only but also to connect two sentences? This is what we're going to explain in these examples. Let's see. He is a doctor. He's a doctor. He is a painter. Okay, here we have two sentences. The first one, he is a doctor, and the second one is he is a painter. And we are requested to connect the two sentences using not only but also. Okay, not only but also is one of the connectors of addition, as we have just explained. But take care, not only but also has a rule, which is if we have two different options, we put not only before the first option and but also before the second option, and we omit the repeated parts in the two sentences. Let's see. He is a doctor, he is a painter. Okay, what are the options we have here? Yes, we have, a doctor, a painter. Okay, so how can we use not only but also in a sentence like this, or to connect the two sentences? Yes, we put not only before the first option and but also before the second option. So here we have the first option, a doctor, and the second option, a painter. So we put not only here before the first option and but also before the second option. Let's see. We're going to say he is not only a doctor. And then we omit the second part, the repeated part we have here. He is. This part is repeated, so we omit it. We omit this part. So we say he is not only a doctor, but also a painter. Let's write it. He's not only a doctor, but also a painter. Okay, so as we have just explained, we put not only before the first option and but also before the second option, and we omit the repeated part. Okay, now let's take another example. He went to the cinema. He went to the bank. And we are requested to use not only but also. Okay, let's see. What are the options we have here? Yes, we have two options. The first one is the cinema, and the second one, the bank. And what are the repeated parts in the two sentences? The first sentence, we have the phrase, he went to. He went to. And it is repeated in the second sentence, he went to. So we omit the second one. And we put not only before the first option, but also before the second option. We put not only before the first option, but also before the second option. So here we have not only, and here we have but also. Okay, let's see. So, if I wanna connect these two sentences using not only but also, we'll say he went to not only the cinema but also the bank. Okay, by the way, dear friends, we have a different answer. We can put not only before the auxiliary verb. Let's see. Dear friends, we can say he didn't. So we negate the verb. We didn't. The verb here is in the past simple. So we negate it. It's in the past simple. So how can we negate it? Yes, he didn't go. He didn't go. Yes. He didn't not only go. He didn't only go to the cinema, but also went to the bank. Or we can omit went to. So we can say he didn't only go to the cinema, but also the bank, or but also went to the bank. Okay, let's take another example. They bought a camera. They bought a laptop. Yes, how can we negate these two sentences using not only but also? Yes, we underline the two options we have: a camera, a laptop. Okay, we omit the repeated part, they bought. We put not only before the first option and but also before the second option. So the answer will be like this: they bought not only a camera but also a laptop, Okay, or we can negate the verb, so we can say they didn't only buy a camera but also a laptop. Again, they negate the verb, they didn't only buy a camera but also a laptop. Okay. Now, dear friends, we're going to take some different exercises on connectors of purpose, and we're going to explain different connectors. Let's see. Rewrite. She went to the market to buy some rice. Okay, and we're requested to use that. Okay, she went to the market to buy some rice. And we're requested to use that. But how can we use that and give the same meaning? Yes, we have, dear friends, we have to, in order to, so as to, followed by infinitive. And we have that, in order that, so that, followed by can, may, or will plus infinitive. Followed by a sentence with can, may, or will plus infinitive. If the sentence is in the present. But if we have a sentence in the past, in this case we use could, would, or might plus infinitive after, in order that, that, so that. Let's see. He went to the market to buy some rice. As we have just explained, that in order that and so that, all of these connectors are followed by can, let's write it here, that, so that, in order that, are usually followed by a sentence. And this sentence we have can, may, or will plus infinitive. Can, may, or will plus infinitive if the sentence is in the present. But if the sentence we have is in the past, so we use could, would, or might plus infinitive. So, let's practice. He went to the cinema, he went to the market to buy some rice. If we want to use that or in order that, so we're going to omit to. As we have just explained, to is usually followed by infinitive, so we omit it. And we put that in order that, so that, followed by a sentence. So where is the subject of the sentence? She. So we say, she went to the market so that she. Yes, so that she. Followed by what? Followed by could, would, or might. Why? Because the sentence is in the past. The sentence we have is in the past, في الماضي. So we use could, would, or might. And then the infinitive. So let's say the sentence, say the whole sentence. She went to the market so that she could buy some rice. Let's write it here. She went to the market so that she could buy some rice. If we want to use in order that instead of that, it will be the same. So that, in order that, that. Okay, all of these connectors are called the connectors of purpose, and they are usually followed by a sentence. If the sentence is in the present, we use can, may, or will plus infinitive. If the sentence is in the past, as we have here, we use could, would, or might plus infinitive. Okay. Now, dear friends, we are going to differentiate between two different expressions. Use to plus infinitive and be used to plus verb ing. Let's explain it. Used to is usually followed by infinitive. And we use this expression when we want to talk about a habit in the past. We use used to express a habit in the past. Okay, a habit in the past, yes, and it is usually followed by infinitive. Okay, but dear friends, we have the past simple, and we have studied it before, and we learned that one of the uses of the past simple is habits in the past. So we use the past simple for habits in the past. We use it for permanent states in the past, or past states. So one of the uses of the past simple is habits in the past. So we can express the same thing using used to. Yes. And in the exam, you are usually requested to use used to instead of a sentence in the past. So let's take some exercises and explain how we can change from a sentence in the past and they give the same meaning using used to. Let's see. Okay, let's write it here. Okay, I played tennis. I played tennis every day when I was young. I played tennis every day when I was young. Okay, and you are requested to use, yes, used to. Sometimes you are requested to use used. Okay, so you must understand that it is used to. Okay, how can I give the same meaning using used to? Yes, I hear you very well. We put used to before the main verb and change the verb back into infinitive, so we omit the ed. So it will be like this. I used to play tennis every day when I was young. Both of the two sentences express a habit in the past. So used to, a habit in the past. And we use the past simple for the same purpose. So both of them are used for habits in the past. Okay, but dear friends, we have a different expression. Yes, a different expression, which is be used to. And we usually get confused if we say used to and be used to. Okay, used to is usually followed by infinitive, and it is usually followed by infinitive. It is used for habits in the past. But on the other hand, we have be used to, am, is, or are used to. And this structure is usually followed by verb plus ing. Like what? Like other expressions. Look forward to, in addition to, okay, be addicted to. Many expressions that end in to, and we put verb plus ing after them. So, be used to is usually followed by verb plus ing. Be used to. And we usually use that for Yes, for something we often do. Or in other words, we use it for habits in the present. So, be used to is usually used for habits in the present. Am, is, or are. Used to is usually followed by verb plus ing. And it is usually used for habits in the present. But used to without used to is usually followed by infinitive, and it is usually used for habits in the past. Let's practice and let's take some examples to explain the difference between these two confusing expressions. Let's see. I am accustomed to. I'm accustomed to drinking coffee. I am accustomed to drinking coffee. Okay, I am accustomed to. What does it mean? Yes, very good. Be accustomed to equals be used to. Be used to and be accustomed to are usually followed by verb plus ing, and they are usually used for habits in the present. For habits in the present. Okay, so how can we use be used to in this sentence and they give the same meaning? Yes, I'm accustomed to drinking coffee. Yes, we omit accustomed to and put used to. So we have here, we have am used to, I'm used to. So we say I'm used to, yes, I'm used to drinking coffee. I'm used to drinking coffee. Okay. Let's take a different example. It's his habit to get up early. Get up early. Yes, and you are requested to use, yes, be. Or be used to. Be used to. Yes. Be used to. How can we use be used to in a sentence like this? Before we answer the sentence, you have to read it well, and you have to get the meaning from the sentence. What does it mean? Yes, it means that this person has a habit, which is getting up early. Is it a habit in the past or in the present? It's in the present. That's why we say it's, not it was. So how can we use be used to in a sentence like this? Yes, we start with the subject. The subject is, yes, it's one of his habits. So the subject is he. Followed by the structure be used to. But he takes is. So we must put the suitable form of verb to be in the present, which is, yes, is. He is used to. Used to. Followed by what? Infinitive or ing? Verb plus ing? Yes, very good. Verb plus ing. So we add ing here. and don't forget to double the last letter, this letter, because it is preceded by a vowel. So he is used to getting up early. Okay, let's take a similar example, and this example is left for you to answer. Yes, rewrite. الو، احنا معانا سؤال. عبد المنصف.
ايوه.
Hello عبد المنصف.
Hello mister.
How's everything?
ايوه.
How are you?
عندي سؤال.
Okay.
احمد said to هلا.
Ahmed, is it rewrite?
ايوه.
Yes, Ahmed
said to هلا.
said to Hala.
Where are you go?
Where? Where? Huh?
Where are you go?
Where are you going?
Going.
Yes, where are you going? Yes, Abdul Mansif, and you are requested to change it into indirect. Is it right?
No, I want to be asked.
You want to answer this question first. عايز تجاوب السؤال ده يا عبد المنصف.
ماشي.
اوكي. طيب.
عاوز ask ده استخدم ask.
عايز تستخدم asked. اوكي.
هتبقى احمد asked هلا.
طب انا اللي هجاوب ولا انت؟ اوكي.
أيوة.
طيب ماشي، اوكي اتفضل يلا. ها.
احمد asked هلا.
طيب تمام كده asked. ليه بقى يا عبد المنصف؟
بتحاول من غير مباشر للمباشر.
تمام كده، لان احنا عندنا يا عبد المنصف اللي بين الاقواس هو question، فلازم نحول الانترودكتوري فيرب اللي عندنا الى asked. يبقى لو انا عندي بين الاقواس يا عبد المنصف question سؤال، يبقى انا بعمل ايه؟ بحول الانترودكتوري فيرب بتاعي دون اللي هو فعل القول، بنقول عليه فعل القول، الى asked. وبعد كده بنعمل ايه؟
بجيب اداة الاستفهام اداة ربط.
تمام بالظبط كده، انت فاهم قوي. طيب بنشيل السبيتش ماركس وبنستخدم the same question word، نفس كلمة الاستفهام اللي معانا. وبعد كده يا عبد المنصف
بشوف الضمير عايد على مين.
تمام كويس قوي، بنشوف الضمير عايد على مين. يعني انا بحول الكويستشن اللي عندنا الى سنتنس، يبقى بعد where لازم احط subject يا عبد المنصف. السبجكت فاعل، يعني انا احول الكويستشن ده الى سنتنس. ما دام هحط subject تمام، يبقى لازم ايه؟ يبقى انا كده بحول الكويستشن الى سنتنس. يبقى فين السبجكت بتاعنا هنا؟
هتبقى شي.
احمد said to هالة where. تمام where she. طبعا يو دي بتعود على ايه؟ على هالة اللي هو listener، يبقى هنقول where she. بعد كده الفيرب اللي عندي are going.
هنحوله للماضي.
طيب هو which tense ذات زمن ايه؟
مضارع مستمر.
Yes, bravo. Present continuous. Okay, and the form of it is am, is or are plus verb ing. هو am أو is أو are plus verb ing. طيب أنا هحوله إزاي بقى يا عبد المنصف؟ هحول ال present continuous ده إلى
هتبقى was going.
which tense ذات بنسميه إيه ده بقى؟
past continue.
Bravo, past continuous. So the answer will be Ahmed asked Hala
where she was going.
Where she was going, and we omit the question mark and the speech marks and put a full stop. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I want to be asked.
You want to be asked? Okay. I'm going to give you another question in the reported speech. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Or if or reported speech. عبد المنصف.
نعم.
if ولا ناخد reported speech؟ تحب ايه؟
reported speech.
طيب شكلك حابب الريبورتد سبيتش. ناخد ريبورتد سبيتش. يقول لنا سوزي said to Tom, what have you done this week? Okay?
Okay.
And we have question mark, and you are requested to use asked.
هتبقى سوزي asked to.
Susie asked.
asked to.
Yes, Susie asked Tom. We
What?
omit the speech marks.
What
Use.
he
What? He. Yes, you.
has done
Yes, he. We change you to be he. Yeah.
that week.
Wait. What he? What he ايه بقى؟
Had.
What he had done.
done.
برافو. Which tense is that يا عبد المنصف؟ زمن ايه ده يا عبد المنصف؟ had done.
ماضي تام.
ماضي تام. برافو. past perfect. طيب والزمن اللي معانا ده اللي هو have done ده زمن ايه يا عبد المنصف؟
ده مضارع تام.
مضارع تام present perfect. يبقى احنا عندنا الفورم بتاعت المضارع التام have او has يا عبد المنصف
زائد البي بي.
plus past participle, and the past perfect is had plus past participle. Okay?
Okay.
And we have the word this week. We change the word this,
That.
yes, back to that week, and we omit the question mark. Abdul Mansif, you are excellent, and I'm going
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm going to draw you a star on the air. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. A star for Abdul Mansif. Abdul Mansif, you are an excellent student, by the way, and you know how to change from direct into indirect very well. So thank you, Abdul Mansif, and this star is for you, okay, to remember me and the program.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, dear friends, we are going to shift to what we were talking about. We were talking about the difference between be used to and used to, and we said that used to is usually used for habits in the past, but be used to and be accustomed to are usually followed by verb plus ing, and both of them are used for habits in the present or things that we often do. Okay, and we have taken some examples. Now we're going to differentiate between some verbs that are usually followed by to plus a verb phrase, and some other verbs that are usually followed by to and then a verb in the ing form. So let's take some of these different verbs. Okay, let's go. Some verbs are usually followed by verbs followed by to plus verb phrase, and some other verbs are usually followed by to plus a verb in the ing form. Okay, let's take. Okay, now dear friends, we have Ahmed from Cairo. Ahmed من القاهرة. Hi Ahmed.
Hi, Mr.
How's everything?
Fine.
Okay, do you have a question or you want to be asked?
I want to be asked.
Okay, Ahmed, I'm going to give you a sentence in grammar. Okay, rewrite. Do you like rewrite?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, rewrite. Let's take one. Ahmed, rewrite.
Okay.
She said to her friend open the window, please. And you're requested to use asked.
Asked.
Yes, asked.
It's she
She
asked her friend.
asked.
Her
She
friend
asked her friend, yes.
to open the window.
Yes, okay. So we omit the speech marks. Is it right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and connect the two sentences using باستخدام بنربطهم بإيه؟
Two.
برافو, to. Because it's what? It's a request. لأنه request يا أحمد. احنا طبعا عارفين إن احنا if we have a request or an order أو order ساعتها we omit the speech marks and connect using to or an order to open.
To open the window.
And we omit please. وبنشيل يا أحمد please. صح كده؟
Yeah.
برافو أحمد. Bravo, excellent. Do you want to start? It's the day of stars today.
Okay.
Okay, another star for Ahmed. It's a heart, Ahmed. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have any other questions, Ahmed?
No, I called you to be asked.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed, and this heart is for you. Thank you. See you in another episode, Ahmed. Bye-bye. Now, dear friends, we are going to shift to something different. We were talking about verbs that are usually followed by to plus a verb phrase and other verbs that are usually followed by verb plus ing. Let's mention some of them. Okay, verb to plus some verbs are usually followed by verb phrase. Like what? Like decide. Decide to. Okay, want to. Need to. Hope to. Okay, all of these verbs, decided to, want to, hope to, in order to, so as to, all of these verbs are usually followed by a verb phrase, a verb in the infinitive form. But some expressions, some verbs are usually followed by a gerund or a verb plus ing. Like what? Like the expressions we're going to mention now. Let's see. We have look forward to. Look forward to. In addition to. Okay, and be used to. We have just taken be used to, and be accustomed to. Okay, and some verbs like yes, love, hate. These verbs aren't followed by to, but they are usually followed by verb ing. So look forward to ing. In addition to ing, be used to. Be accustomed to ing, but love, hate, dislike, like, enjoy, interested in, prefer, go. All of these verbs, in addition to, be used to, in addition to, look forward to, we have some prepositions, except to. Some prepositions like for, with, without, okay, at, all of these prepositions are usually followed by either a noun or verb plus ing. So if you have an expression that ends in a preposition except to، لو في عندك preposition حرف جر ما عدا to، كل حروف الجر بتتبع أو بيجي بعدها verb ing أو noun ما عدا to دايما بيجي بعدها، أو مش هنقول دائما عشان في عندنا بعض التعبيرات يعني شاذة عن القاعدة زي اللي احنا كتبناهم. معظم التعبيرات اللي فيها to بيجي بعدها infinitive، ولكن في بعض التعبيرات اللي هي مختلفة عن القاعدة بيجي زي look forward to فيها to ولكن بيجي بعدها verb ing. Okay, so we must memorize all of these verbs and expressions, and we must know what we must use اللي احنا المفروض نستخدمه after these expressions بعد التعبيرات دي أو بعد الأفعال دي. Okay, we have some other expressions that are confusing, like hard and hardly. Hard and hardly are different somehow. How? Hardly means rarely. So we must put the verb after hardly, or the sentence in after hardly, in the negative form. Yes, it gives a negative meaning, but if we want to use a quantifier, we must use either any, yes, any, because any is used in a negative sentence. So if you have hardly, so you must use, if you want to use a quantifier, use any. So let's take some examples to make it clear. Hardly means with difficulty or rarely. Okay, it is an adverb. Okay, and if you want to use a quantifier after hardly or in the sentence in which we have hardly, we use any. Why? Because hardly gives a negative meaning. So let's take an example. هي hardly طبعا معناها بالكاد أو بصعوبة. So he is hardly, or there is hardly any water. Why any? Because we have hardly in the sentence, and if we have hardly, we use the quantifier any. In most of the times we use any. There is hardly any water. Okay, hardly معناها بالكاد أو بصعوبة، وطبعا في عندنا hard لها معاني كتير جدا. طبعا difference. We came to the end of our episode for today. I hope you have enjoyed it and entertained everything we have explained. Wishing you good luck and bye-bye.